So you want a controversial book that you either love or hate? Well, you're in the right place, because you're about to be told about one of the most controversial books ever made, Becoming a Barbarian. You'll either hate this book with every fibre of your being, or you'll absolutely love this book. Okay, without further ado, don't want to waste your time. Let's get right into this. This video is going to get mad hate. Now, I'm not going to give an opinion about this book. I'm simply going to tell you what it's about and the content of this book. I'm not going to give any opinion, because the people who love this book are probably going to hate on me, and the people who hate this book are going to hate on me if I say that I like it. If I say that I hate it, the people who love it are going to be like, oh, why'd you hate it? It's amazing. So I'm not going to give any opinion about this book at all. None. Okay? I'm just going to explain what's in here, and that's it. Okay, so the author, yeah, he's called Jack Donovan, and this guy, he's a character. Just to say he's a character. Here's some pictures of him. This guy, whoa, this guy is kind of mad. And he's really into these like tribal Germanic tribes and stuff like that, the history that they had, like the Norse like mythology and shit like that, like Norse mythology and like Germanic tribes. He's really into that type of stuff. And this guy nearly never wears a shirt. He wears like these beads on his, like, he wears like these beaded necklaces. He's a character. He is a character, and here's his like Amazon profile thing with all his other books. And this book is the sequel to his first book called The Way of Men. And this book, yeah, the cover looks so cool. Here's a picture of it. It looks so sick. And the cover of this book is insane as well. Look at that. It's a skull with a wolf's head on it, with a spine around it. That is mad. I've never seen a cooler book cover than that. And the material of the book, oh, it's got this mad matte like finish. I don't know what it is. It just feels amazing. It feels high quality. Right, this guy has other books. So the one I said, Way of Men, another one called A More Complete Beast. Here's a picture of it. Oh my god, this book looks insane. This guy has probably got the best like book covers of any other author I've seen. I'm looking here, like the other one. Another one, I'm not going to say that one that I'm looking at now. Another one called A Sky Without Eagles. Haven't read that. The only one of his books I've read is this one. And he's got another one called Brotherhood. They're his books. But I've only read this one. I'm only going to explain about this one. This is apparently the sequel to the first one, Way of Men. The general idea of it is that Western men, enlightened Western men today, are required to think like residents of the world. So they're expected, this is what he says in this book, okay? He says that they're required to think like residents of the world. They're required to care about everyone, everywhere, committed to everybody and nobody, because he says the Western world is called the Empire of Nothing because it supports everybody and it has no fixed people or group. So he says it basically supports, and I don't know how to say this, it's like it represents nothing. So he calls it the Empire of Nothing. So the Western society, that includes like the Western countries. You know what Western society is. He's saying normal, significant, innate associations have been substituted with engineered, expendable purchaser characters. Oh, I don't know how to explain this, man. This is a hard-ass thing to explain. You really need to read it to understand. He's basically saying that men have been severed from their normal social connections with their people, their tribe, okay? And that has been replaced by the Western world with purchaser and consumer identities like, oh, I want the new Lamborghini, oh, I want that new watch, oh, I want that new t-shirt, I want that new Gucci like shoes. Like, it's been replaced by that. Okay, that's what he's saying. And he's saying that is making the men in the Western world more and more disconnected and helpless and basically easier to control. That's basically what he's saying. There's an example in the book. I can't find the page right now, but he says that if you care about everyone, this is what he says. If you care about everyone, so there's like 7 billion and something people in the world. He said if you care about every single one of those souls, it's as disorientating as being put in the middle of space, because the human mind cannot comprehend that many souls and people and lives. We need a more finite group. That's why he encourages tribalism and becoming a barbarian with your own group of people. That's what he encourages. What he says is that you really shouldn't be obliged to everyone everywhere. You should basically just have a finite group of people and care about them. You should love them, you should care for them, you should help them, and you shouldn't really care about anyone else. You should take from the empire and give to your people. That's what he says. This is what he promotes in this book. That's why I said this book is like a handful. It's a very controversial book. People are either going to hate this or absolutely love this. And a majority of people have been hating it. But the people who have loved it have really, really loved it with all their soul. They really love this book and his series of books, and he's kind of gained like a following of men who love him, who they treat him as their idol. He basically wants them and encourages them to revert back to their ancestral state of being and become a barbarian. See what I did there? See what I did there? See what I did there? Smart boy, smart boy. He says that group is identity. If you don't have a group, you really don't have an identity. He says that most Western men today are basically wrapping up their identity in the empire of nothing, this faceless empire, which is basically the Western empire. And he calls it that. I explained why he calls it that. So basically, you have no identity. That's what he's saying. He says that political correctness is wrong. You shouldn't be afraid to stereotype. You shouldn't be afraid to say what you want to say when you want to say it. These are all the things that he encourages in this book. And the reason he says that, he says that you shouldn't be afraid to stereotype, is because he says that Western society is encouraging this PC behavior. Because he gave an example, like in the workplace, that if two groups that don't like each other are in the same workplace, that workplace will not function correctly. So he's saying that basically the Western society is trying to push equality and caring for everyone else. And I think that's good, but he says that you shouldn't do that and you shouldn't be afraid to stereotype. And that's just the basic gist of this book. So now I'm going to hand it over to you. I'm not giving an opinion on this book. I'm simply just telling you what it contains. So of what I have said, I really want to know this. Let me know if you would like this book or absolutely hate this book. Tell me in the comments below, because I really want to get a sense of how many people would like it or not. Just based on what I've said, tell me if you would like it or not. And also, guys, just a quick disclaimer about this channel, yeah? I really like reviewing stuff and really like teaching you guys stuff and like exposing you guys to stuff that will expand your mind, but I also love doing like funny ass videos like how I usually do them. So what I'm going to do on this channel, yeah? I'm going to do 50% like reviewing books, like reviewing tech, different stuff like that. And other 50% will be like satire videos where I like the one I said, you're 100% a simp. I love making that video. I really enjoy it, but I really enjoy doing this as well. So I'm going to do 50-50, all right? So if that's good with you, that's been me, Nice Watch Guy. The link to this is in the description. It's an affiliate link, so I might get a bit of money from it. Like, it's probably not even a lot, but if you want to support the channel even a bit, just use my link if you want to check this book out on Amazon. You'll find the best price. You can fully get this book for free on Audible with a free trial. I don't know if you want to do that, but the paperback is like £9 something. It's very, very cheap. For a book that you either hate or love, I think that's a brilliant price. So if you want to check that out and support the channel, got the link below. And that's been me, the Nice Watch Guy, and I'll see you guys later.